Welcome back to game 3. After two very interesting ones, both end at 3-7 in favor of the home team. Will that trend continue? Who's to say? I would probably argue not, just based off probability, but we shall see. That's why we play the games. I'll try to keep this one terse since I know I like to talk a lot. Cons, not too much different here. They had a good start to the week with a redemption victory against the rookies who won earlier today. So looking to keep pace with them in the playoff race, potentially earn a higher seed. Funky Kong still taking the mound. Julia still a big point of emphasis, playing that second base position. And of course, can Diddy Kong and come through, and Pink Yoshi really come through as contact hitters. Now, the reason I'm sort of scooting by them is because I've made a roster change. Blue Toad was a free agent, and I got tired of seeing such a good player not on any rosters. So I actually made a small change. We have Green Noki on the bench. We've moved Koopa from the outfield into catcher. We've traded Green Dry Bones in the outfield, who is a little faster, so it is a downgrade for Blue Dry Bones. But then we have in the other outfield Blue Toad, now with Blue Coopette, who has been, he's one of the fastest outfielders in the game. Might help out a little bit more offensively as well than a player like Noki. So trading in a little bit of defense for a little bit of offense. And that's notable to mention because, as I said earlier, I talked about how runs allowed, the worst team in the league, is allowing 39 runs. Well, that's my team, guys. I'm also scoring the most runs, but I made a move that now increases my offense, but probably makes my defense weaker. So we'll see if this ends up being a positive, you know? On the other hand, Funky Kongs, while they have not scored a lot of runs, they are also down there in runs allowed. So could be, if they get behind early, it could be rough. But if they don't, this is a roster that's capable of hitting top to bottom. So without further ado, our last Sunset game of the night. And it's one with some story behind it, guys. Of course, last year, Monsters won the championship. Almost certainly would not have happened without their star starting pitcher, DK. And for the first time all year, Tyrus will get to pitch to him, as he opens up with a changeup that's smacked up the middle for a base hit by Dixie Kong. DK now at the plate. Former strongest hitter, and that is not how he wants to start off. Not going to hit into a double play, but the fielder's choice advances the runner. 1 on, 1 out for Funky Kong in the first star player matchup of the night. Strike 1 on the inside. Tyrus goes to the fastball. Now positions outside. Goes to the changeup. Doesn't break, and that one's out towards right field. And uh-oh! Coopette's not there in time. That one's gone for an early 2-run home run to Funky Kong. Dixie Kong gets aboard. DK grounds out, and Funky Kong says, let me just make sure we don't have to worry about any more ground outs. That's an early 2-run lead, and for the Monsters, this early inning falling behind continues. Tyrus, a great pitcher in the long haul, but just cannot seem to get out of the first inning without allowing at least a couple runs or some hits. Deep fly ball by Tiny Kong to right field. That is out number 2. And now Diddy Kong, another deep fly ball, should be the final out of the inning, pending errors. The side's retired, so only 2 reach, but 2 score. And it's the top of the order for this new look Monsters team. So before it was Blue Dry Bones leading off for the Monsters, now it's Green Dry Bones, a little bit faster. And it might end up mattering here as he's aboard with a base hit into Dixie Kong at center field. Leadoff runner aboard for both teams. Now Bowser batting. And Bowser hit hard down the left field line over Tiny Kong's head. That brings both runners aboard, first and second. And an early RBI chance for Green Magic Koopa, who's now hitting third after being protected in the lineup a little bit. Big chance for him here. And uh-oh, double play ball. Advances the runner to third, but softly hit grounder. Not going to help out much, so One of the disadvantages of this new lineup, 2 outs. Hammer Bro can obviously put the ball over the wall to tie it, but no item in the chamber with Blue Toad behind him. This is now not a perfect chemistry lineup. Might not matter. That one's hit towering towards the scoreboard in deep center field. There's going to be an attempt for it, and Dixie Kong has it to keep the game scoreless for her pitcher, Funky Kong. Hammer Bro normally hits those so hard that there's not even an attempt that can be made, but these Kongs out in the outfield are athletic. They clamber up there to get the final out of the inning. It's going to bring up middle bottom of the order. Scooby-Doo up to bat first. Chopper over to shortstop. Gets the throw to first for the first out before the item wipes him out. So 1 away, and now 2 away. Both to Hammer Bro, who's made some great defensive plays so far this inning. Pink Yoshi with 2 outs now. And like I said, Tyrus just needs an inning to settle in. So it sucks, of course, to go down 2 so early, but you let up the home run, you let up the hit, and you go, okay, can't get worse, you know. 1, 2, 3, down go the Kongs. For the first time all season, Blue Toad up to bat. And Blue Toad, this is a player that's been through a lot of adversity. Probably the best player on his team last year, but his team just not very good. So he'd love to play for a contender, and he wants to prove that he is one of the better players in the league. And he starts off here with a leadoff single into shallow right field. Hard hit towards left field, but the boo not in time to prevent the out to Tiny Kong. So that's out number 1, bringing up Blue Dry Bones. Strike 1 inside of the plate. Funky Kong with the fastball. Goes to it again. Good velocity. Pushed out towards left field. Doesn't drop. Another out. Great catch from Tiny Kong. So 2 away. And Koopa up. Not the greatest hitter on the team, but has come in clutch before, and Toad can run. If this one gets to the outfield, could be trouble. 2 runners aboard now for Tyrus. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run represented by the pitcher, who, if he knocks these in, could prevent a loss on his record. Charges up, sends it to deep center field, but Dixie Kong's there in time. No runs score despite 2 reaching. And it's going to go 9-1-2 hitters. Dixie Kong, Donkey Kong, but first, Julia with her first at-bat of the night. Star pitch is in. That one might drop in front of Coopette for a base hit. Now Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong, low-key, one of the best Kongs, I think, not just this season, but in general. She has been immaculate. But a great defensive play from Bowser as the captain flashes his glove over at first to take that one out of the air. Normally gets it done with the bat. Says, no, I'm not going to let you bat with a runner on this time, DK. He knows what this guy likes to do. And it's this! Deep to center right field. Toad and Coopette are going to have an attempt. Coopette goes up for the final out of the inning. And so far, 2 plate appearances for the former strongest pitcher and 2 outs. Love to see it if you're the Monsters. Gotta feel tense if you're the Wilds. They know, I mean, feels like it's only a matter of time until the strongest score. Only 1 game they were held below 8 runs in this year. And in that game, they scored 4 still. So, a lot of baseball left to play, as we say. Bowser up to bat after the great defensive play. Leadoff runner, Green Dry Bones, aboard with a single into right field. And Bowser hits one hard down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. This game's tied. He ends the inning last inning thanks to a double play, unassisted, and now leadoff runner reaches, and Bowser says, let me break a window out in left field as he hits one towards the press box that only those in the audience with gloves can catch. 2-2 now the score in the bottom of the 3rd. None out for Green Magic Koopa. Green Magic Koopa skies a star pitch to deep left field. That one's at the warning track. Might be gone. Tiny Kong has to go up with the assist from Dixie Kong to prevent that go-ahead home run from Green Magic Koopa. Good distance. Velocity just not there in time for one of the fastest center fielders in the game. Now Hammer Bro up with 1 out, and he loves these solo shots on first pitches. Don't be surprised if he just jumps someone here, you know? And that's exactly what he does! Hits it to left field as well! Dixie Kong's gonna have a chance at it! Is it high enough? It's over Tiny Kong's head! Go-ahead home run for Hammer Bro! Same part of the park as Bowser. Bowser got it done with speed, outran Dixie Kong. This time, there was nothing she could do from underneath that one, probably by 100 feet. Hammer Bro sends a souvenir to left field, and for the first time tonight, the Monsters have a lead. Blue Toad up to bat, singled the first time, and will single again. And already the roster change, at least offensively, is making a huge difference as Blue Toad, I believe, best batting average in the league last year for any player. And tonight already, 2 for 2. And it might be huge that he gets a board here as Coopette with a long double. And now the error item comes in. Blue Toad is able to advance to third. Coopette gets an extra base and moves to second. With only 1 out, that puts Blue Drybones at the plate with both runners in scoring position. And just like that, the inning's over as DK comes in, forces the bad contact and the line drive to shortstop. Results in a double play that ends the inning. So Monsters now, Tyrus pitching with a lead, but pitching to the most dangerous hitter, star player Funky Kong. Hard hit out towards right field. Toad and Coopette got a late jump on it. That's gonna allow Funky Kong to reach. So runner on first, none out for Tiny Kong, who had a deep fly ball last time up. Chop shot up the middle. Hammer Bro with an attempt, but too late. And now Funky Kong's going to make it all the way to third, thanks to that boo that allows the ball to roll past Coopette in center field. Not her natural position. You'd love to see Toad playing center field, but just not how the chemistry works out. Might not be an issue, though. Hammer Bro finds a double play thanks to scooping that ball off the dirt, out of the air, and then getting the ball over to first for the tag out. So 2 outs, but the tying run just 90 feet away for Scooby-Doo, who flies out to Coopette in center field for the final out of the inning. Tyrus allows the captain to reach. Allows him to reach third base even. But no runs come around to score, and he's looked great since that shaky first inning. Now Koopa over the head of Julia at second base. That one's going to roll to the wall and might result in 2, but Dixie Kong just too fast of a center fielder. Koopa doesn't risk it. He stays at first for Tyrus. Bottom of the order up to bat. Tyrus gets around on that, sends that out to center field. It's deep. Not going to be over Dixie Kong's head, but no play to tag up Koopa. So with 1 out, top of the order, it's Green Drybones. And he's aboard with a single out towards right field. Koopa got a late jump on it, but the throw's not going to be in time to cut him off. Both runners safe, just 1 out. And it's a captain versus captain battle that might mean a little something more. 2 former teammates on the first world champion team now facing off with playoffs on the line for the Funky Kongs. Bowser with a line drive out towards deep right field, stays in the park, but that's going to score Koopa. Green Drybones has to retreat to second. But now 4-2 the lead. Bowser gets one over on his former co-captain this time. Great base running from Koopa. Never even had to slide. Runs right through the stop sign. So still 1 out. Runners first and second. Green Magic Koopa up to bat. Takes first strike over the center of the plate. And another chop shot out to shortstop to end it. Funky Kong with the double play to Julia. Exactly what he does best. Ends the inning prematurely again, but not before the Monsters can add another run. Now doubling up the Wilds, 4-2. Baby DK starting off here, and a great hitter normally, but can't get that one over Hammer Bro's head. Out number 1. Strike one into Pink Yoshi. One of the better Yoshis this year offensively. A big part of that has to be chemistry, but she's also willing to just charge up and let it rip. Unfortunately for her, great diving catch there from third baseman Green Drybones. Ball over to first for the second out of the inning. Now Julia flies out to second base for the final out of the inning. And that is 5 full innings. 2 hits in the first result in 2 runs. 3 hits total since then. Tyrus with a gem so far. DK leading off versus Hammerbro, and Hammerbro sends that one into left center field for a base hit. Dixie Kong meets it at the wall. Blue Toad up to bat. He's reached both times today. And he'll continue here with a perfect single up through the center. Hammerbro reaches second. Dixie Kong takes a bomb for her trouble, and now Coupette, with runners on first and second, has to fend off the barrel pitch here. And she does, but it might be disaster as Diddy Kong makes an incredible play down the third base line to double up the runner at second. So now 2 outs. The very quick Blue Toad on first won't get to show off those wheels as Blue Drybones lines out the shortstop to end the inning. Blue Toad, very, very impressive performance so far. Great on defense. On offense, has reached all 3 times. It's been a lower scoring game for the Monsters, but so far it hasn't made a difference. They're in the lead 4-2. Strike one into DK. Dixie Kong reached, so very dangerous. Tying run at the plate. And tying run will remain at the plate as Blue Drybones manages to sit under that line drive to the left field for out number 1. Same exact situation. Funky Kong hit a 2-run home run in earlier. With 1 out and the leadoff runner on, he'll try to do it again. He hits that hard down the right field line. Foul. Hard hit down the right field line again. Foul. Charges up. Deep left center field. Blue Drybones and Coupette on the attempt. That one's towering, though. It's in the glove of Coupette for out number 2. I thought that one might have been gone. It took every inch of height and vertical leap they had to come down with that one, but Coupette falls in front of the scoreboard without it changing. Two outs now for Tiny Kong. Very quick Dixie Kong still on first base. Now second base. A nice piece of situational hitting. Single by Tiny Kong. Puts 2 on with 2 out for Diddy Kong. Not the greatest hitter so far this year, but he has those star pitches available. When he charges up, he can push it out over the infield. And that's what he does here. Doesn't charge up, but good contact. Dixie Kong briefly considers going home. Now, Tyrus has found himself in the first jam since the first inning. Allowed 3 hits. Base is loaded for Scooby 2. Goes to the star pitch, and it's the right call. Jams Scooby 2 on the hands with the star pitch. Weak contact to the shortstop. And though the bases are loaded, Tyrus strands them all. 1 inning away from a complete game. He'll have a chance to add some insurance here. He bats second after Koopa leads off the inning versus DK. Chop shot, and the item's not going to help. Barrel pitch forces the weak contact for the first out of the inning. Fastball down the middle, strike 1. Tyrus looks it down. Another fastball. This time Tyrus sat on it, waited for it, and drives it out to the left field wall for a long single. Now, Green Drybones showing bunt. Strike 1 inside. Strike 2 outside. Gonna have to swing through here. Jumps on the fastball. Another base hit. So with 2 strikes after showing bunt twice, finds the way to get aboard. And man, if the Kongs want a chance to come back here, it would be a lot easier without allowing any runs to score. Unfortunately, Captain versus captain. Bowser on the other side of that plate. DK not taking it lightly. Goes to the barrel pitch. Bowser swings for contact. Wait, pow block doesn't mess up. It does! Oh, the double play broken up by the pow block. So runner going to second taken out. Tyrus reaches third fine, but the pow block wipes out the first baseman, allowing Bowser to reach first. And now second as a run scores due to the item usage of Green Magikoopa. What a masterclass in defense. I mean, you hate to see it for Green Drybones, I believe it was, who got taken out on the play there, but just a nice tactical play to turn a double play into a single play into a run. And now Hammer Bro lines out to center field to end the inning, but we'll see if that run ends up mattering. Of course, very infamous come from behind victory earlier this year occurred. The same exact score, 5-2. Scooby-Doo for the Chosen was able to walk off the game on a home run. Of course, Scooby-Doo now playing for the Chosen because Scooby-Doo plays for the Funky Kongs. So we'll see if it comes down to him again. No double play ball, but Pink Yoshi caught on her way to first base. The nice scoop from Green Magikoopa, resulting in the first out of the inning. Julia up to bat now. Hard hit to second base. They go to first with it. Lead runner makes it to third, but 2 outs. They're going to have to be perfect. Luckily, top of the order, it's Dixie Kong. Let's see if she can be as clutch as she's been all day. Up the middle, scooped up by Green Magikoopa in time for the final out of the game. 1, 2, 3 outs. Not in order. Don't have to be. Strongest, a little bit of a scoring slump for them, but managed to get it done with defense and pitching today. The early 2-run homer, perfection since by Tyrus. Strongest advance to 5 wins as well, keeping pace with their divisional rivals, Murkrows and Sunshine Swatters. Funky Kong fall to 2-5. Bowser MVP. Let's take a look at our scores for the game. Best player, Funky Kong and Dixie Kong, honestly. Not that I'm too surprised, but always rough MVP numbers when it's a pitching masterpiece, you know? Speaking of pitching masterpiece, let's see it. Tyrus doesn't get the complete game shutout buff, so not going to go in as an MVP level for him, but honestly should be. He looked magnificent out there. And the new look monsters, fueled by Blue Toad, making a season debut with a 3-hit game. Advanced to 5 wins before the All-Star break.